welcome to this week's video. I hope everyone's had a nice weekend and that. As you can see, we're back in the kitchen this week and that. Didn't take us long to get back here. And yeah, we're going to cook up this meatballs video and that. I've been threatening for a couple of weeks. I've got everything set up. We'll have a quick run through the ingredients. I'm on my new camera so you can see a bit more of my kitchen. I've had a good tidy up. Don't you worry, it wasn't this clean an hour ago. Believe me not, believe me not. But anyway, we'll have a quick run through the ingredients and we'll crack on because this one's spot on. So easy, so quick, so convenient. Just a handful of ingredients in this one. We'll have a quick run through them. Going to be using about half a kilo, 500 grams of frozen meatballs. These are Swedish meatballs. You can use any meatballs you want really. I'm only calling it Swedish meatballs because of that. I mean, I knocked this up for my mate when he come round. We'd been on a walk. We got back, I needed something quick to knock up. And this is what come out. And he loved it, so I'm making it on the channel for everyone else. I've had it twice since. But anyway, we'll carry on. 200 grams of diced frozen onions. You can use fresh onions if you want. I just prefer these ones. Not wrong with frozen onions. Really convenient. About 150 grams of sliced mushrooms. 100 grams of dried pasta. One of these stock pots. Or a OXO cube. Stock cube, whatever. I'll just use these because I got them because they were new. And they're alright. They taste alright. 500 grams of this Pasata stuff. Cheapest chips. Perfect. Some dried basil and some mixed herbs. A good squirt of garlic puree. A few sprays of fry light. Salt and pepper to season. And I'm going to be serving mine with one of these cheap baguettes from Lidl's. 37 pence these cheap garlic baguettes. Absolutely fantastic. I'll show you how to pimp it up and that. And it comes out looking $1 million. And lastly, we're just going to top everything off with a bit of this, bit of grated mozzarella. Fantastic. Right, we'll get set up over by the pans and we'll get this one underway. Right, the first thing to do is to get the pans on. I've got them both on about number 4 and that. Big one for the meatballs, smaller one for the pasta. And we're going to get the pasta on now. I'm going to use my little chip pan thing. You've seen this a couple of times on my channel and that. It's fantastic. Just saves all the messing about when it comes to draining and that. So that can go in. I'll keep an eye on it as we do our meatballs. 8 to 10 minutes. Then we'll drain it and we'll just let it go cool. It's fine, it's fine. Start to finish, this will take about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. If you're taking it easy. But in this one, we're just gonna, I've warmed it up a little bit. I'm just gonna give it a spray of fry light. Make sure it's hot. And I'm gonna go in with the onions. It's sort of a bolognese style, you know. But there's loads of different variations on a bolognese. Absolutely tons. This one's lush. So simple, so simple. But I've got the trusty spatula. We're just going to give this a couple of minutes to warm through. And we're going to start piling in with the rest of the ingredients. Right, the onions have had a couple of minutes now. We'll take the lid off. Give them a good stir. It smells lush. I love the smell of frying onions, you know. It smells absolutely wicked. Well, pasta is just starting to boil and that. Just going to give it a little shake. Knock the wind out of its sails so it doesn't boil over. And I'm just going to turn that down to number 3, number 2. And just let it sit out for its 8 or 10 minutes. While we concentrate on this. But in here, we're just going to go in with the garlic puree. A good squirt. I have worked all the ingredients out and they'll be in the description as normal. But we're just going to go in with this. Good squirt, get it in. I love garlic, me. Like, garlic's so good for you, you know. So good for you. Eat garlic every day. You'll be fit as a fiddle. So we'll get that in. Get rid of it because we don't need it anymore. Give it a good stir. And cook it out for about a minute. Yeah, I made this one a couple of weeks ago. Couldn't believe it. The meatballs, so I think they're on special offering in Aldi's or Lidl's, one of the two. But they're so nice, so nice. And I think Swedish meatballs are pork and beef, if I'm not mistaken, in a gravy-ish sauce. This is more of Italian sauce, really. Like, but it's alright. It's alright. I know the audio is still going to be a bit echoey, but I tell you what, it's so liberating being able to move about freely without being tethered by a wire. So I think I might have to put some like sound deadening or something in this room. That might cure it. But anyway, we're going to go in now with the mushrooms. And we're going to go in. It's just a case of piling everything in, to be quite honest with you. Like, I'm going to go in with a stock cube. I didn't think much about it when I was cooking it, but hey, it was lush. It was lush. Then we're going to go in with this Pasata stuff. Just going to try and chop the top off without making a mess. I've got some scissors somewhere. Yeah, tell us in the comments what knockup you have come across by accident in that. You just make it. And you think, oh, that was nice, and you just carry on making it and making it. But I'm just going to rinse this pot out with a bit of water and that, waste not, want not. Plop that in, get rid of that because we don't need it. Give it a good stir. Look at that, it looks lush now, you know. Bit of pasta and that. Bit of mozzarella all over it. Oh, can't wait, man, can't wait. I'm going to go in with a little handful of mixed herbs. Just a small one. Same with the basil. Just the same. Bit of salt and pepper. Whoop, I've dropped the thing down the side of the cooker. Has everyone got one of these gaps? I've got a 50 centimetre cooker with a 60 centimetre gap. That's what they told us. It's a right pain in the backside. Everything disappears down there, like everything. Bit of salt. I'm going to have to work a bit quicker because it's starting to bubble. We're going to give it a good whiles round. You can use this base of this sauce for anything, you know. Absolutely anything. Fish, sausages, the lot, mate. Lush, lush. But as a quick knock-up, this one can't be beaten, like. And then we're just going to pile in with meatballs. Pile them in. Absolutely fantastic. These meatballs are lovely, like. I've not seen them again. I'll have to do this recipe with a different type of meatball next time. But now, I'm going to turn this down to number 2. I'm going to cock the lid on it a little bit. Like that. And I'm just going to cook it out for about 15-20 minutes. I'll have a nice tidy up in that. And we'll come back. I'll drain the pasta and get that ready. And we'll be fighting fit, ready to go. Right, it's been about 10 minutes and that, but pasta is done. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to give it a good shake, drain all the excess water off. That's what makes these baskets so good, you know. So convenient. Probably not good if you've got about 10 in your family, but for 1 or 2 people, perfect. Turn the lid upside down, I'm just going to sit it on there. With meatballs, they're still bubbling away nicely in that. Just let them sit it out for about another 10-15 minutes. But we're going to move on and we're going to do with garlic bread, because this is lush. This is absolutely lush. I love these things, you know. Absolutely love them. Fantastic. 37p, you know, you can't go wrong. But for this, so simple, you know, so simple, but it works a treat. Just going to whack it on an oven tray. I've got my oven on. It's preheating to about 140, 160. Don't want it too red hot and that. But what we're going to do, we're going to get a knife. We're just going to open these up a bit more. Just be gentle in that. You can go right down, but don't let it break. Fantastic this, you know. Look at all the garlic butter in that. Absolutely stunning. Then the trick is, I hope I get this good on camera, is to run the knife straight down the middle. Again, not all the way to the bottom, and leave the 2 ends off. So it's these ones here that we're trying to get. I hope you can see that on the camera. I'm not going right the way through. This comes out the oven looking fantastic, you know. Absolutely fantastic. We're just going to part them out a bit. And you know what's coming, don't you? We're going to fill the whole lot of this with this mozzarella cheese. Absolutely fantastic. Get it stuffed in there. Look at that. As much as you can get in. If you're on a diet, I wouldn't suggest this one, and I wouldn't suggest eating the whole lot yourself anyway, but look at that. And this is going to go into a preheated oven. I'm just going to finish it off with a little bit of basil, just to make it look all arty-farty and that. Just sprinkle it across the top. This will come out the oven looking absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to whack this in the oven now for about 10 minutes while the meatballs are finishing themselves off. Then we're done. We'll bring this one in. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, we're all done. Let's bring in what we've made. First, we'll bring the meatballs in. Look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? Let's get the spatula on it. The sauce is thickened up a treat. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. What we're going to do, we're going to chuck our pasta in. It's cooled down a little bit, but don't worry, the heat of the meatballs and the sauce will warm it up again. It's had time to evaporate all the water, so you won't be getting muddy pools and that. Because now worse than a spaghetti bolognese, that's all full of water, is it? I hate it, me, like. But we'll get most of these out. It's gone a bit sticky. That'll do, that'll do. And just give it a good... Whoop, I've just chucked that across the floor. Right, and we'll give it a good stir in. Absolutely fantastic. At this point, you can put your mozzarella on it if you want. But I just like to put it on the side, like. So we shift that to the side, and we'll bring in with 37 pence garlic bread. Remember that, 37 pence and about 50 pence worth of cheese. This will look amazing. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? 30, like I said, well under a quid. You go and buy a garlic bread that looks like that for under a quid. Absolutely fantastic. Right, I'm going to bring in a bowl. I'll plate one up. We'll have a good look at it. We'll say our goodbyes. Jobs are good. Hey, I love this bit, me. Like, I love this bit. Right, let's get some of this out. Look at that. Look at that. Look at them meatballs. Absolutely fantastic. See, it won't be easy on the waistline, this one. But, well worth it. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Right, we'll get rid of that. We'll bring in with garlic bread. Look at that garlic bread. Got a nice chunky knife. It's going to follow the same pattern in the garlic bread. I like the middle bit. But there you go. Look at that. Fantastic. Let's have a closer look at this. Like I said, start to finish. Half an hour maybe, if you're not waffling on like me and that. Garlic bread, absolute treat. Just cook that one. Just cook the garlic bread. Fantastic. Yeah, let's get tucked in. Let's get tucked in. If you like this video and that, hit the like button, hit subscribe and that. Tell us in the comments what you want to see in future videos. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I'll make it up as I go along, but I'm sure it'll be interesting in that. But look at this. Absolutely fantastic. I love this part of the video, you know. I'm going to get a bit of this cheesy garlic bread. Look at that. Look at that. Stringy as out. Look at the cheese on that, man. Are you having that? Are you having that? Fantastic. Let's have a go at this. Insanely good. Insanely good. Right. Have a nice week. Be kind. I'll see you next week. Wherever and whatever we do. Have a nice week.